Welcome back. We are likely days away now from the first COVID vaccine being administered to you as citizens. But if you're like me, you have so many questions about it. If you've had COVID, should you get a vaccine? Does it give you extra immunity? How long are we thinking now that vaccine will actually give people immunity? A month, 2, 3 years? IU Health infectious disease specialist, Dr. Lana Dababo is here with some of those answers. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, so
having me.
yes, absolutely. I'm fascinated by this. Obviously, if you couldn't get immunity, there wouldn't be a vaccine. So my first question is, I'm interested in if somebody have had COVID, they obviously have some immunity. Should they also then get a vaccine?
Yes, so that's a great question. Many people are asking that. The immunity that you get from the disease itself may not be adequate to prevent you from getting infections reinfected later on. However, the vaccine immunity is actually studied enough with the right dose of the vaccine to produce a level of immunity that the body needs to prevent reinfection. So there is a difference between the natural immunity that you get from the infection itself and what the vaccine has, because it is properly dosed.
That is fascinating to me because I'm thinking your body is producing antibodies when you're fighting the sickness, and when you have a vaccine, it's doing the same thing. So you'd think It would be closely to the same, but it's more of the dose of that you're getting that makes your body produce more antibodies. Is that the thinking?
So it is actually studied to give a significant amount of immunity that is not variable. And when you get an infection, every body responds differently to that infection to produce different levels of antibody. And actually, there was a study yesterday that was published from the Moderna vaccine that up to the 3 months that they studied the antibody response after the vaccines, the response for after the vaccination was higher in those who got the vaccine than those who actually had recovered from COVID-19.
And I think in that study, it was a little discouraging to me, but I think it was just not maybe reading it correctly, because when I read that, I thought, oh my gosh, you're only getting 3 months of immunity? Well, that's not right, but that's not what they're saying. They're just saying after 3 months, they still had immunity. Do you know then, any idea, best guess at this point, how long people will have immunity if they get the vaccine?
So right now we don't have data beyond the 3 months, just because that's how long the clinical trials have been going on. And I think only time will tell after we have had more experience or more time after the trials, we will be able to know how long these antibodies will last. There was a slight decline in the 3 months after the 3 months, but it remained at a higher level than anyone who had natural infection with COVID-19.
I want to end too, before we run out of time, a lot of people are concerned about side effects of the vaccine. And I think for a lot of people, just like with the flu, you're not quote unquote getting sick, but when your body produces antibodies, you do feel certain things. What are people feeling when they get the COVID vaccine?
Yes, so the most common symptoms are fever, headache, and muscle pains. And that's exactly what you said. It is your body trying to make antibodies. So that is not something that is not expected. This happens with other vaccines as well. But these are the 3 most common side effects of this vaccine. None of the studies have shown any major side effects that are detrimental to one's health. These are all symptoms that would go away within the first 24, 36 hours. And you can take an anti-inflammatory or medication to reduce the temperature, and it should go away.
Dr. Dababo, thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.